Now, did you see it? Less than 2 seconds that took, and it gives me a massive increase in my drives. But just in case you didn't see it, I'm going to do it a couple more times to make it really obvious. And we can see that shot there. Little baby fade in the right side of the fairway, carrying 252 and rolling out 278. Now I know what you're thinking. If this is a 2-second tip, how come it's not a 2-second video? Well, the problem with any tip is if you don't understand why it makes the shot better, as soon as the shot drops off, you'll stop doing it. And this is a really, really important thing if you want to hit driver longer and straighter. So what I would see with most golfers is they get the ball forward in the stance, they get that club head right up next to the golf ball, and when they swing, they see that horrible slice out to the right. And on TrackMan there, we can see the clubs move down 4 degrees, low point's nearly 7 inches ahead, spins at 4,300, carrying 194 and rolling out 220. And I know what you're thinking, that might be the best drive you've ever hit, but I do think there's a massive advantage that this little tweak at setup, like I said before, is going to get you hitting the ball longer and straighter without you really doing a lot different in your golf swing. So the big mistake I see with a lot of golfers is, like I said, they get that ball forward, and as they move that club in behind the golf ball to there, it drags them towards the ball. It opens those shoulders up, and we see the shoulders face on get very, very level. And as they swing the golf club, that makes the path work out to in, gets the low point ahead of the golf ball, and gets you hitting down through the shot. Now that's fantastic with nearly every club in the bag when the ball's on the ground. But the recipe for long drives with driver is that ideally you want the low point behind the golf ball, the club traveling up, so we launch the ball a bit higher and spin the ball less. So what we want to feel is, yes, we're still going to get that ball forward, but instead of having the club right behind the ball, we're actually going to drag the club back, maybe a full club head width. And we can see down the line there, my shoulders go from a little bit open actually to being square or even a little bit closed. And a lot of people worry about where the feet are pointing for the swing path, but the shoulders are a much bigger influence. So if the shoulders are that way, it's easier to swing the club this way. If the shoulders are here, like I said, we're going to swing out to in and get that low point forward. So the massive thing is we're going to drag that club head at least one club head back. And even from that slight change of address position, make a normal swing. And even though that one's still just fading a little bit, we can see club head speed 103 mile an hour, low point 0.9 inches behind, clubs travelled up just under a degree, spin rates dropped all the way down to 1900, and the carry is now 247 and 279 total. Now, I'd love to promise everybody that 60-yard pickup. You won't see that with everybody, but if you can start delivering that club more efficiently through the golf ball, it's amazing how much more distance you will pick up. Now, I forgot to mention at the start though, keep watching until the end because I've got an extra little tip for some distance that's going to generate a bit more speed and get you hitting the ball even further. So we're going to get there from the club being behind. We're going to drop back that full width, and I don't even mind if you want to just drop that back foot back a little bit and then make that swing again. Now that one was very out the toe for me. So club head speed went up. It's just going to cling onto the right edge. But 5 degrees behind. Clubs travelled up 3 degrees. Spin rate at 2,000, which was definitely helped by the strike. Carry at 250 and total 276. But that was actually with a poor strike. So you can see changing that efficiency for how we deliver the club is massive. But we don't always have to work a lot on changing our golf swing, just changing where you start that club head and how it aligns your body differently is going to make a big difference. Now, comment below if you're not sure about why my low point moves around as much doing that. But I am going to demonstrate anyway. So if I look down the line, and I'll maybe do split screen on this one, if I were to swing much more to the right and let the club hit the ground, we can see how the club's going to bottom out a long way behind the ball, and that's swinging from the inside. If I swing out to in, we can see now where I'm touching the ground is after the golf ball. So by moving the direction of the circle that swing creates, that's how we move that low point. So once you understand that, it's very easy to take dead aim, drop that club back. And again, not my best strike, but it's not about hitting your best ones all the time. But 105 mile an hour club speed, 6 inches behind, 4 degrees up, 1700 spin. And again, even that miss hit, 280 in the middle of the fairway. Now I know what you're thinking. That's dead easy, isn't it? Nothing's easy, it's simple. And the reason I want you to work through the video with me and just take that little bit longer than the 2 seconds is understanding what this is changing, so that as long as you have the club working this way, you're going to get these results. But it does make a massive difference. But I know, because I've teased you at the start, what's that extra little bit we need for the extra distance. And I would say with most golfers, the idea with driver, as it is with all the clubs, is to swing nice and easy. And that's great. But if we want to hit the ball further, we need more speed. So we need to change intent in the golf swing. So I would say for a lot of golfers, stand up there and try and make a swing as fast as you can. Now, a lot of golfers will say, but there's no control there. I don't agree with that. You're not practiced at speed. But I don't want you to try and hit the ball hard, because that's going to get you tightening up into impact and we're going to lose strike. But I want you to have that intent that once I've made this little tweak at address, I'm actually just going to try and swing the club as fast as I can. We see club head speed jump to 107, low point still behind. Club's travelled up 3 degrees, spin at 2.1 and carrying out at 265 and 294. And I always like to set myself a little target. Now I know for 300 total, I need 108 club speed. Now I definitely feel I've got that in me because I don't feel there that was as fast as I could do. So again, we're going to set up, get that club behind, change that intent. But we see 109 mile an hour club speed. Club's travelled up 3 degrees, 2.2 spin, 267 carry, and 296 total. Now, we're getting closer, but I do need to bring this video to an end. So we're going to go one final one. Can we get 110 club head speed with a good strike and get that 300 total? Right off the bottom of the club, club's travelled up, club head speed was good, ball spun too much, only 260 carry and 280 total. So thanks for watching. Like I said, that 2-second tip, get that club head back. And if you are interested, I think this next video can also help your golf.